Hello, hello. It's Thursday
Hola!
night. Once again, Thursday night in the building with
Hey,
your girl,
everybody.
Crazy Carla. How you doing, Miss Carla?
I'm good. How about yourself?
Doing good, doing good. Glad to be here as usual.
Good, good.
It's
How
not
was
too
your
loud, is
week?
it?
No.
Okay. Uh the week, it was kind of long. I don't know what's up with this week. It was just long for me, but thank God it's Thursday going into Friday, so I can just move on to a new week. As a matter of fact, daylight savings time is this weekend, so that could be the reason of everything feeling so elongated. I don't know. What about you? How was your week?
Anyway, it's been a long week, but it's been a good week, a productive week. And then I got a show tomorrow, but then after that, I'm chilling this weekend. So I'm glad, about that. So I'm gonna just chill this weekend again.
Cool, cool, cool. I am with that completely. Let's see here. We got a comment. Oh, sunshine in the building.
Hey, peace, peace, peace. Look, I love other peace. I have to get into that. I have to get
Peace.
into, talking like the peace gods. Peace gods.
No, no
Yeah.
doubt. So tell me, who do we have as your guest tonight?
I'm very excited. I'm very excited. So tonight I have the North Carolina Queen of Comedy, her Lady Shamar. Yes. And for those of y'all who don't know, hi!
Good
Hi,
evening.
Episode Entertainment. Hi, welcome. And hi, my royals. Hi, my boys. My princess.
Yes, indeed.
Um, for those of y'all who don't know who Cherie is, Lady Shamar, she is hilarious. She is out here doing it big in these streets, let me tell y'all. And she has become my sister in the funny over the years. Um, we started doing this. Oh my God, what? I want to say it's been like, let's see, 16, 17, like almost 7 years since
Mhm.
I've known Cherie. So, she's amazing. She's fantastic. And we're going to get into it. We're going to talk about her life and all the things. Listen, I had a whole bunch of questions. Okay. But listen, behind the scenes, we started talking about some stuff. And I was like, wait a minute. So the questions have changed.
Well, I look forward to it. So let's pay some bills and then we'll bring her in. All right. So let's go ahead and talk about the sweetest line.
The sweetest line. That's who does me hair. You understand? And she does a fabulous job. Listen. And she keeps my hair healthy. And she's a great friend. And she's very professional. So that's all y'all really need to know. You should go
Right.
check it out. She does natural hair. She does color. She does everything, y'all. She does makeup. I mean, Makaya Mitchell is that girl. You hear me? That lady. Correction. So you can find her on Instagram at sweet underscore lime LLC. Her phone number is 336-734-3307. She's Makaya Mitchell. Go see her and tell her Carla sent you.
Indeed, indeed. And of course, my favorite chef, the
My
sweet
girl
truth.
Kate over
Mm-hmm.
there at the Sweet Tooth Bakery and Catering. She's award winning. Kate. Okay. This woman has won awards for her cakes and pies. Be aware. Um, when I tell you her cake, and this the time of the year. So I'm ready. I'm getting ready for my cobbler from her. I'm gonna go sit at her house and eat some cobblers and her banana pudding cake and just the things I don't need to be eating, but I'm gonna eat. You understand me? So go check her out. She's on Facebook at the Sweet Truth. She's also on IG at the underscore sweet underscore truth one. You can call her at 336-986-9040. You can also hear her via email at sweettruth2@gmail.com. I promise you, you won't be disappointed at all, period.
I need to go on and talk to her because that sweet potato cake.
Oh yeah, that sweet potato pound cake is amazing, and that cream stuff that she puts on the top.
Mm-hmm.
That's the baby. That's the flat right there. That's the flat. You understand?
Carla, you know it's bad when you got a brother rubbing his legs back and forth because you know that food about to hit.
Oh yeah, see what he cooking. I gotta put my order in for Thanksgiving. Definitely.
Right.
I might get that strawberry lemonade cheesecake this year.
That's what I'm trying to get a hold of. I gotta see because you know I'm way over here, south side. So,
But I like lemon pound cake. That's my lemon pound cake, red velvet, and start talking about the stuff that she cooked. Because then I'll be sitting up here with the food too. But that ain't where I'm living at right now. Okay.
Miss Carla, is your phone on Wi-Fi? Because it is having a tough time. Are you on Wi-Fi? Yeah.
Yeah.
Just check. It is. I guess your Wi-Fi is having a tough time. No problem. We good. We in. All right. Let me bring you in. You're good. You're good now. You plugged in.
Look, I'm looking at myself like this. Let me happen.
Nope, you're good now. It was acting a little crazy, but it's cleared up. All right, here's your guest.
God bless you.
She ain't over there reading the Bible, Lord.
I'll let you
I'm over here reading numbers. I've been stuck on numbers for 2 months. There's a lot of numbers in here.
Girl, I ain't it. Look, he's talking about recipes. I need recipes. Listen, I can't tell you no recipes, Mr. McKenzie, but I can tell you her stuff is amazing, especially her blackberry cobbler. Oh my God. Okay. Girl, listen, don't Sheree.
Yeah.
Listen, the water going, huh? Listen, it'll keep you and it'll keep you. Hallelujah.
The Lord drank wine.
And listen, he made it. Huh? He made it. He didn't just drink it. He threw his hand in the water. And the water became wine. Not grape juice. Huh?
Girl, not that
and he said Moscato, like what I'm drinking right now.
You're so sick, girl.
Listen, crazy Carla Concoctions God, Lady Siobhan on here. Y'all give her a hand. Thank you, sis.
Honey, I am so glad to finally make the show. I made the cut. Okay.
Man, don't even try that. You know you be busy, girl. Don't even try it. You know you is one of the ones out here up and down the road, just doing it big. Now you out here making movies.
Girl, when I tell you nothing but the whole Bible of God, okay?
Yeah.
Girl, I'm telling you, I don't even know how it just came about. It just fell in my lap. You know, at the right comedy show, on the right comedy show at the right time, God was like, hey, you want to be in a movie? And I was like, hey, are you paying? He said, yeah. And there it is. The rest is history.
Nothing going on, but the rest.
All honey. You hear me now?
Yeah, Cheryl, chapter 1, verse 55 on the album. She said, the layer of J.O.P. If you want to be with me. I know what she said. No, that's what it said. That's what she said. That's a word from the Lord. Now listen, girl. Now you and already told me about your story. So my concoction is citizens. Y'all know it's crazy called concoction. I got some Moscato. I don't use the drink sweet wine, but tonight I was feeling Swedish. I'm having my woman things going on, and I be wanting sweet and greasy. I don't know why. Sheree, you know about that. You know our taste buds change.
No, they took all them when this last surgery him. Girl, we got to talk about it, honey. Look.
We're gonna listen. Okay, y'all. First of all, before we get serious, Sharita's done dropped all kind of stuff on me behind the scenes, and I was like, first of all, ma'am. So, okay, because I'm a crybaby, so we're not gonna do that right now. We're not gonna do that right now. So what we're gonna do first? We're gonna do first is we're gonna ask you first 2 questions that I wrote down, and then we're gonna just what you call improv, as my granddad used to say. He used to tell the word of improv. Okay, now listen. Old black men don't know how to say stuff. Girl, my name was Carla. It was Carlos, not Carla.
Did you say Carlos?
Carlos. And I am when he called my name. Hey, what's up, D? Hey, y'all. I don't know who it is, but I'm just so glad you're here and tuning in to Crazy Concoctions. We excited. We love you. We don't even know you, but we love you. How about that?
We do.
My first question, Lady Shamar, Sheree, is where you from and where you at? How was that?
Okay, so 2 questions. From Brooklyn, New York. Raised in Greensboro, North Carolina. I no longer live in Greensboro, but because we got people that like to follow me around different places, I live in the surrounding areas of Greensboro. That's okay. So if I catch you where I'm at, you got to be snooping to be out here.
So you are in the triad. That's what you're saying. You're in the triad.
Triangle-ish triad.
I feel you. Yeah, I got you. Okay, so yeah. So, a lot of my family is from Brownsville, New York, Brooklyn Bombers. On my dad's side, so yeah. We got a lot of family up there in New York. But actually, they live down here now, a lot of them. So yeah.
That's migrating down here.
Yeah, a lot of people. They start do or die, baby. They start do or die.
Look, ain't no scared hands playing, son. You know what I'm saying?
I have so many good memories of going to Coney Island and just going to the various places and eating. Going to Nathan's and eating hot dogs and
that's one thing I'm halal food. You don't get that down south. You don't get much halal.
There is some halal here. There's a halal food truck here that's really good in High Point. I'm gonna send you the information. Girl, they good too. They are from Michigan. Detroit.
I'm gonna say it like this: the only time I really make it to High Point is when I'm going to collect my child support. I'm telling you.
You got to go over there and get it. He ain't got no cash now.
Honey, look, you can't bring it to the people. I come get it from you. And let the people know. Okay?
Sir.
Let the people know about it. Thank you kindly.
Look, listen, halal. She said halal all through short. Yeah, it's a lot of Muslim brothers and sisters down there. So yeah. They do, but I'm telling you, it's a halal food truck in High Point. That's the business. Also, yeah, we ain't gonna talk about food because I get hungry.
I'm finna text my husband like, can you make me a sandwich, please?
You're so smart. Sheree, you so smart. You know what? I love Sheree and her husband. They just be sitting up. Okay, so we're gonna get to that. You're a mother. How many children you got, Sheree?
Ooh, child. Okay, so I pushed out 4. Okay, I know I pushed out 4, and my husband and I adopted the last one. So we've had him since he was a month old. He's now 2. He's about to be 3 in February.
He's so cute, though.
Girl, starting all over at this age. That's comedy in itself. Right now, we in a potty training phases of this, and I don't even know if we're gonna make it. This little boy might go to kindergarten still with a pull-up on. It's hard. These kids is not the same. You hear me now?
Well, I know. I mean, Pinky just got potty trained. She's 4. You know, Pinky, she just potty trained. She's 4. She did that from, hard. The other side. And it's different.
Yeah. It is hard. You hear me?
Yeah.
Because mine will sit there and won't tell you he got to use the bathroom till after you've asked him and told him, come on, let's go to the bathroom. Then he start crying. Like, you gonna whoop me? You gonna whoop me? Because you done did something wrong. And you done used the bathroom. And you could have very easily told us, mama potty, daddy potty. Shoot, makes my butt itch, girl.
But he gonna get there. And that's, I got my grandbaby, she in speech therapy. Mm-hmm. Because both of my children was talking fluent sentences before a year old. And so this has been different. Having a child that talk like an Ewok. But it's just like, my grandbaby. What, Pootie? Now she talking too much. Listen, she talking about my mama. Look back there now. See what I'm talking about? And
look,
so now okay.
But see how we did ours? We had to ignore them. Until you start talking where we can understand you, everything that come out your mouth is like just like you ain't talking. Just like you ain't, they learn quick.
But you can't do it when they have an issue. So she had an issue.
Okay.
So she goes to a speech therapist and she's really starting to talk now. So like I said, and I can't say she got that from the other side. Because my sister and my niece and them, we have people in my family that are speech challenged. My uncle used to stutter really, really bad. Girl, he used to get drunk. Girl, I had an uncle, my favorite uncle. You remember Foghorn Leghorn, the chicken? Girl, that's how my uncle used to sound, just like that, girl. Girl, he'll go out to the car, drink his Thunderbird, he'll come up there, he'll be like, you'll be like, damn, I'm gonna say, Harry, shut your ass out.
Get it out. Write it down. Write it down.
Girl, listen, my mama and her brothers, I could just do a whole show about growing up with my uncle. Not right now, baby girl.
That baby talking.
Not right now. We do it right now.
She talking.
And then her mama done left us out of here, but I'm trying to do something. Anyway, so you got 5 children. And y'all crazy. Y'all done got that little baby. I know y'all tired, because I be tired when she go to bed at night.
Look, he is such the cock blocker. You hear me now? I mean, like, when it's time for mommy and daddy time, he is such the cock blocker. You hear me? I mean, it's like he know when we gonna get it on. Because we give him a little melatonin in his last cup for the night. Normally melatonin knock him right out. Child, no. When he know it's mommy daddy time, that boy got something in his body that combats that melatonin. You hear me now? I mean, he be wide open. Want to talk, want to be on his iPad, want to lay in the bed in between us. We sitting over here looking at each other like that. It ain't gonna happen tonight, player. Life of a child.
I don't even know, because I ain't getting no pain right now, so I don't know.
Oh, sis, I'm gonna pray for you. Without stretched hands. Girl.
Well, you know what? I would get into that with you, but I saw the Virgo a few weeks ago. That's all I'm gonna say. You know who I saw? I went to go see our friend.
Look. I know you got an alignment straight.
Anyway. Ma'am, what's your zodiac sign?
I am a Virgo. I am a Virgo.
And you are August one too, ain't you?
Yes, August 26th. August
That's
Virgo.
crazy.
Girl, my husband says that all. He just told me that today. I hear it often. I don't believe it. We just us Virgos. We set in our ways. We like stuff a set way. Like, don't move my stuff. I know where it's at, and don't let it be cluttered because it'll frazzle my brain if I see a lot of clutter around. And it's got to be perfect. And we are our worst critics. Like, everything has to be perfect. And we are almost never wrong. And even if we are wrong, we ain't. But we love hard. Oh, baby, listen to me.
Toss it up on the end. Y'all crazy. Let's go back to the first. Y'all is crazy. And then y'all be coming in here and cleaning people's houses.
Yeah.
I'm like, don't moving my shit.
I can't help it. When I go to the convenience stores and they having them flyers up there near the register, I be sitting there straightening it up. Like, I be like, I'm sorry. It's the OCD in me. I can't help, girl. I can't do clutter. Like right now, my office is I'm looking at my office.
Absolutely crazy in my house right now. You would go absolutely crazy. That's what I'm gonna tell you.
Ooh.
Because my daughter don't have a storage right now. My house is in storage.
Oh, Jesus.
Until she just pray for me just a few more weeks.
Without stretched hands.
Baby.
Girl.
She cannot. I'm telling you, it's something. What, Noodle? Okay, do you see I'm doing this? Come talk to these people so you can come here and say, this is what I'm doing. I'm somebody's grandma. I'm too old to be dealing with this little baby, but I ain't.
Honey, look, by the time my younger kids have kids, girl, I be in my 70s, 80s. I definitely ain't watching I don't care if I am the grandma. I'm not watching.
And not only that, and don't even say hey, everybody. She knocked the teeth out, but she got her teeth put back in today because she was running at her other grandma's house, and somehow she was running in.
That Joker said, running at the other grandma's house.
Look, she gonna show you what she was doing when her teeth came out. Okay, baby, thank you. We love you. Okay, now.
You are hilarious to me. You hear me?
Girl, I can't outside. And don't talk about no cop blocking between her mama and her. I have to go somewhere to get some pee, girl. I have to leave out my own damn house. I can't even get pee at my house no more because they are.
Sunshine said she going through her closet right now, just tossing stuff out. Girl, listen.
But I do that all the time. Now I stay purging. That's the thing about me. The only thing I'm bad about is my shoes and these boots. I got too many boots. And so what I do is I'll get rid of books.
And bind again?
Mm-hmm.
Why?
And then I buy more books because I read them.
Okay, well, I get buying more books. I can't read a book twice. I can't. Once I've read it, I can't go back and read it.
Because you learn more when you read it the second time.
If I missed it the first time, it wasn't for me to get. Hallelujah.
Read.
I'm serious. I can't.
And then shoes. I have a shoe problem.
Yeah, I know it's bad. Your shoe problem is terrible.
And so God is working with me on that. But I put myself on a what, Marley? Not right now. You gonna call me sugar, please? Why? Why did her mama leave him? Why?
Oh. Okay,
so this is real life, people. This is why y'all, every time y'all see me, I be having something in my hand like this. When y'all see me out in public, I be like, the good church people of the United States have to understand. Just call me Peter, because I drink and I cuss and I fight sometimes too with you.
Okay, sometimes you got to.
Somehow I lay hands and not in the name of Jesus.
Okay, hands and feet. You hear me now?
Yeah, I be trying to be right. Okay, listen. Shh. I need you to be quiet. Okay? Thank you. So, Cherie, before we go to our article of the week and go to the break, this is why I go off the book now. I go off the book because I had my question. But then you dropped the bombshell on me, and I'm just like, I'm still like, my hands, look, I almost dropped my glass. I went in, I had to go get me some more alcohol because I didn't know.
Yeah.
So, what did you tell me before we came on this camera?
I just beat cancer. Like, beat cancers. But, I mean, it was one of the hardest fights of my life because going through that was hell. Everything that could have happened to me during the time frame that I found out I had it, up until when they removed it, was hell. It was before the pandemic hit. My doctor told me I had abnormal cells in my they noticed abnormal cells when they did I went for my annual pap smear. And they noticed abnormal cells. Thank you, Sunshine. Ooh. And okay, abnormal cells. I had been told that all my life. Okay, you got abnormal cells. I was like, yeah, it's gonna come and go. But this count was extremely high. And so they said they needed me to come back in to follow up. Cool, no problem. When I got ready to go in to follow up, though, pandemic had hit. So when I came into the building for my appointment, of course, they did a temperature check and my temperature was high. They were like, wait a minute. So you come in the building, stay out here. We got to test your temperature again. So about 5 minutes later, they gave me another temperature test. My temperature was through the roof, even higher than the first time. So instead of seeing me for my appointment for what was going on down there, honey, they whisked me back out the door, took me around back. I had to go in through the Rosa Parks section of my doctor's office. And then it turned from me being checked down there to see what my cells was going on to a COVID exam. And so I tested positive for COVID. Of course, the whole quarantine, blah, blah, blah. I totally forgot that I had crazy cell counts down there, abnormal cells. So the pandemic went on. A year and a half, 2 years went by. I forgot about it. I wasn't even worried about it, child. I was carrying on with life. And I went in for my annual when things started to slow down at the beginning of this year. And when I went in, the lady was saying, look, I'm still showing you had high, abnormal cell count. You need to get the check. You need to follow up with it. I was like, yeah, I get that check. Just do what I came here to do, my annual. And she was just like, promise me you'll follow up on it. And the way she said it was with such conviction and sincerity and fear in her voice. I was like, maybe I should follow up on this. So I followed up with a doctor and they sent me to a specialist and they did testing. And sure enough, still 2.5 years later, my abnormal cells were worse. So they were like, look, we need to do a biopsy. I was like, my friend had one of those. She said it hurt. So I was like, and it was like, look, we really need to. Fine.
And it's been painful. I've had it done.
Honey, look, when he did all that, I was like, I felt it. And so even after numbing my cervix, I still felt them clip from my cervix off. But don't let that deter anybody, because this story right here is a lesson for you. You deal with the pain. It ain't that long. You just feel
it's a matter of seconds, but it hurt.
Right. And so that went off and it came back and it was like, ooh, girl, this is not good based off of this. So they wanted to do a leap. So leap is when they go, girl, yeah. So I'm like this. Y'all gonna have to put me under, baby, because that biopsy that took me out here, and I'm just scared of needles and knives. So I'm
right.
So when they ended up doing the leap, it came back that I had cancer, and so I got the news. about late March, early April. And so I'm panicking, like, oh my God, I'm thinking about my kids, how I want to see them grow up. I'm just like, what's going on? So I remember one day calling into my doctor's office because I was so out of it. And I asked him, I said, what is the stage 3 that you guys are telling me I have? Like, what's the difference between? So I said, how did y'all come to that? And his nurse, my doctor's nurse, she said, well, let me put it to you like this. She said, if we could put numbers on it in a way that you can understand it. She said, if stage 4 is number 400, she said, you're at number 398. I said, huh? Come again? So I said, all right, so let's move forward with what we're going to do. So they said I had cancer in the cervix and the uterus. So they set an appointment for me to have surgery on August the 15th. On August the 15th, somebody fudged up the scheduling. So they double booked the OR. So whoever, they let that other person get it and told me, we'll schedule you for September 13th. Lady, you already told me I'm 2 points away from stage 4. Then you're going to give me a whole surgery date a month out. So I'm, as you can, girl, I was drinking like a fish. I was out of it. And then on September the 12th, of course, if you have surgery, you have to go in for your, pre-surgery testing. So I go in on the 12th of September for my COVID test and blood work and all of that stuff, only to get a message on my chart hours later saying, stop, wait, you tested positive for COVID. You can't do surgery. I said, you got to be kidding me. So now my surgery is pushed back another 2 weeks. But the bad thing about it is on that day, September the 13th, that I was supposed to have surgery, my manager, my manager that manages my business, she passed away from cancer on that same day. So I was hysterical. We would have been in the same hospital the same day. But she passed away. She was a professor at Bennett College, Tennille. So I was a mess that day. I mean, a whole mess. September 13th. So, of course, they had to push my surgery back 2 more weeks. Make sure I had COVID out of my system because I was like, I don't have any symptoms. There's no reason why y'all can't do surgery. We should do it. They were like, nah, because you're going to be on the table. Your mouth is going to be open. You're going to be exposing the doctor and the nurses and all of that to COVID. So no, you don't have symptoms. So, of course, I had to wait 2 more weeks. So the surgery actually happened on September the 27th. And so when they went in, yeah, girl, right, yeah, September 27th. Nobody would have ever known. Nobody, I didn't put it out there on social media like that, but I was a mess. I was a ball of mess. My mind was just, and everything was going on. So in the interim, my husband and I ended up having technical difficulties. So we split, like literally right when it was time for me to have surgery. The September 27th surgery. So I went in there with no one. My stepmom drove me there, but I was in there, girl, when I tell you, fighting that thing by myself. And so, of course, you go through the surgery. So they took out the cervix, my uterus. But while they were in there, they noticed I had a huge cyst by my fallopian tube that would have ruptured and would have possibly been fatal for me. So they ended up having to drain that before they could pull the uterus out. They left me a picture When I woke up out of surgery and I was in my room, my doctor left me a picture of my cervix, my uterus, and both my fallopian tubes that they took out. They left my ovaries. They said if they had taken those, I'd immediately went into menopause. And I'm like,
Yeah.
what are you, black player? What do you mean? So, so 6 weeks of recovery. My 6 weeks are not up yet. They're still not up yet. I'm still recovering. Like, I went home. I stayed overnight one day, and then I was discharged to go home. Child, the nurse trying to steal stuff out my bag, that's a whole different story. I called her at 3, 4 in the morning, going through my stuff. But that's a whole difference. Girl, when I tell you, it was crazy. You hear me? And one of my good friends passed away. He had surgery, and he didn't move around enough. So he ended up getting blood clots in his legs. And it ended up killing him 3 days after surgery. But he had called to complain to his doctor to say, hey, look, that's too much pain. Is it supposed to hurt this bad? And they told him, well, we'll set you up a doctor's appointment on Monday. But Sunday night, he ended up dying.
That's why you gotta raise hell. I don't care what nobody say. I tell people, listen, when it comes to these doctors and stuff, when people be like, well, you know, you doing too much. No, I'm not doing too much. Because they don't listen to us. They don't listen to that talk. No way. When we go in the doctors, when we go in the hospital.
Oh, I'm so sorry to hear about that anniversary of your daughter's passing, Sunshine.
Yes, and it was.
Hello, darling. Miss
Hey, Mama. Hi, darling.
So,
y'all, my heart, when Sheree told me, girl, when I beat Kills, I said, pause.
That part.
I was like, what?
Yeah.
Okay. So we're going to stop right there. We're going to bookmark this.
Because it's more. I've had a surgery from hell.
Troy.
Oh, thank you.
Yes, she is. Oh my God. I just don't even know what to say right now.
Yeah.
Now, when we come back, we're going to have some happy stuff. We're going to show some clips. And girl, because now I'm just sitting over here like, Sheree, why you didn't tell nobody?
Sunshine is ready to go fight. Look at her.
Let's pull up. Say the word, Sunshine, and we'll put
Taraza, you missed it. Sheree is just telling us about her cancer surgery that she didn't tell nobody she had cervical cancer that she had a month ago.
Yeah.
That she's still in recovery.
Man, that is an amazing story. You have a testimony and a half.
Yeah, indeed, I do.
Good grief.
Yeah.
Well, look, I'm glad we have kind of a stopping point, just so that I can take the time to introduce my man Yamasani, who just spoke. Is another song of his called, I believe it's Yeshada. I probably butchered it, Yamasani. You know me, man. Hey. But anyway, let's check my boy out.
Yeah. Just Troy. First of all, I can't lie. Why? My mama said don't even try. I'm singing this lullaby and I don't really want to cry, but I'm trying to help you open up your mind. So I do declare, in the beginning I wasn't too prepared. I couldn't see myself because I was too aware of everybody else and how they super player. But the game I was in, it was more like Atari. I felt out of date, out of place, out of space, and my role in my movie didn't star me. Didn't feel like a guy that had angels like Charlie, or getting one love like Bob Marley. Now I'm over 40 and instead of a midlife crisis, I'm the life of the party. But in those dark days, I had shark waves, played games like arcades. Any girl I could partake in was really out parkade. Then I felt my heart break. It felt like a sharp stake. The moment I realized I was a yard snake. So I had to change, cause I already had to change. Felt sick that I was acting strange, all because I was feeling a lack of fame. So I racked my brain, and I changed my story. Now I sang my story in all of its pain and glory, and so real that you can't ignore it.
There's no lie, 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 there's no lie. it all with my 2 eyes. Us ruling over the blue skies. African clothing, no suit ties. On my neck like a noose meant to moose side. We was on elephants riding. I was no Kemet Poseidon. She was no feminine remnants of vomit. Love was the common. We had the settlement thriving. That was our first conversation. She took it in back and forth while she pacing like how we gon' do it. He's mumbling inside a country that celebrates birth of a nation. Cause they just regurgitate hatred. In movies like Purge are their favorite. I told her we come from a people that never complained at the pain and emerged as the greatest.
There's no lie, 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 there's no lie,
You're not alone, I was molested by my own sibling, he never confessed it. It wasn't Lonzo, it was my stepbrother, did it when I was an adolescent. 12 years older than me, I'm at home feeling free in the zone with my toys and he showed me his D. Grabbed my hand and put it over his knee, grabbed my neck and put it close to my cheek. Told me not to tell a soul in the street. When you 7, you don't know how to speak on the happenings and goings on in the week. I just knew something was wrong underneath. Mom was at work and my dad wasn't there. If he was, that's an R.I.P. song for this creep. I left it all up to Allah to complete. My bro was in prison, yo, karma's a beast.
there's no lie, 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 there's no lie.
Back when I had been sedated, more like self-inflated. I always moved like I had some truth to prove, kinda like I was instigated. I was just misbehaving, more like miscreating. I was trying to remake what was already made, dang, I miscreate. Yeah, from that place of love, where you do just cuz. You ain't worried about the cash or the buzz or the gas, take the bus cuz that's enough. Yeah, every moment got its moment, blink fast. I'm not here to only think that, yeah. Blessed, don't curse, plus put yourself first, so that everything lasts. Hey, everything's a blast, but don't focus on that. People need to mash, you can focus on that. Be free, no task can promote you to that. Just be like gas, there's a slogan in that, yeah. You can let time pass, but that's none of my business. I'm here eternally for the endless, not to deny what isn't. Hey.
Man, Yamasani, you always impress me with all your music, bro. Good looking out.
Wow.
That was Yamasani with Just Troy and Jay Clay called Yashura. And it's a throat chakra, is what he said. So give my man
chakra, sir. Throat chakra.
Yeah. I know. Pronunciations, articulations, yeah. Failed that course. But anyway, if you are an artist or even an up-and-coming comedian or even a spoken word poet that would like to get some exposure, you could join blastmusic247.com and register as an artist for free and be a part of the family. That's blastmusic247.com, changing the industry one artist at a time. All right, ladies, back to what you're doing.
Wow, that song was deep, especially when he hit the verse about his brother. I was sitting over here like,
thank you, Yamasani. That was dope. That's no lie. Huh?
No lie. No
We
lie.
have some really dope artists on Blast Music 247.
Yeah. Yeah.
No.
You're still shocked, but that ain't it. Let me. So shortly after surgery, and when I say shortly after, I mean the day after I was discharged. Family situation ended up being, family coming to check on me because, again, keep in mind I was single at the time. So my family came to check on me. Ended up leaving kids at the house with me by myself. Now, my doctor's instruction said you can't pick up nothing heavier than a gallon of milk. So someone in my family left all their kids all of them under the age of 3 at my house. It was 3 kids. One was upstairs with me. The other 2 were downstairs sleeping. And the one that was upstairs with me was cool. I was feeding her gummy worms and stuff. She was cool. But then I heard crying downstairs. And I'm like, oh God. And these babies are under 1. And I'm like, Lord, this baby's gonna roll off onto the floor. So what am I gonna do? I need to go get this baby. But I can't leave this one, who's the twin of the one crying, up here on my high bed. She's gonna fall and hurt herself. That mother thing kicked in. I scooped the baby upstairs with me up, and as soon as I picked her up, I felt like a strong paper in my side. But I had to push through it. I had to do a slight sprint down the steps, get to the other one just in time. She was about to swing off my couch. And I scooped her up and looked at her like, are you crazy? And I put the first one down. What's wrong with you? Needless to say, in the process of picking up the babies, I ended up busting stitches. Busted stitches.
Now, what selfish family member brought babies over there knowing you just had some damn surgery? I don't know your people.
Look, after it was all over, and I had to call their parents, like, get back here now. All your kids is up. When they walked through the door, I was so mad I didn't even say nothing. I just walked back up the steps. When I got upstairs, I looked at my dress and I had the blood coming through my dress. Needless to say, it ended up getting infected. And so with it being infected, I'm on meds to stop the infection. And if the infection, when I go back into the doctor on the 11th, if the infection is not gone, I got to go back into surgery for them to scrape all the infected stuff internally out. So it's still a recovery in process. When you see people on Facebook telling me to sit my butt down, they know this story and they are livid. Like, my girlfriend drove all the way from Winston-Salem to come to my house to stay with me for like 3-4 nights to make sure I was okay. But it was definitely a process. You know, hubby and I are back. We back together like cook crack and baking soda, you know. And the recovery, I mean, he's just making sure that everything, I don't have to lift a finger.
Sheree, what's your husband's sign?
Leo.
Oh, hell.
Taranza, I know, sis. Most people didn't know, and I didn't. Whenever you see me on Facebook for a while, it's something going on. I see a lot of earth whooping needs to be issued. Exactly. Listen, I had to call my mama. Like, Mama, get somebody over here to get with me because I just busted stitches. And my mama made one call. My brothers and sisters came out here like, what's wrong? What's going on? They put me in the bed and they handled everything until I was just like, okay, let me call my husband. Come home. We're gonna work this out. Because yeah. And this is right when Hurricane Ian came through. And so we've been back like we never left. But you know, he was upset because he was like, even though we were mad at each other, you still should have told me when the surgery date was. You can even call to tell me. And we agreed that I would be here for your surgery no matter what. So he was very angry about that. But I mean, it's been a test and a testimony. Look, I mean, it's more material for me when I hit the stage to do comedy. And I plan on doing my comedy special. You know I gotta have you open up for me. Nothing but ignorance.
Oh, yeah, 17. We gonna whoop my tail. It's no better.
But
listen, for those of y'all who don't know, when I did my all ladies female comedy show, I had this one right here to carry me through. This is the one. She held it down all night. She was my host. She made sure. But to her in house, I just thank God. Listen. And I just, girl, I'll be right there. You hear me?
Girl,
and I just, Sheree, don't you, girl, I just could jump to this phone and choke you.
Girl.
But at the same time, I just want to hug you because I've lost a very close friend to cervical cancer. She had got rid of it one time and then it came back and it killed her the second time.
Sheesh.
And you know, somebody going through it right now.
And see,
now somebody going through it right now.
And that's the thing. They give us so many options. They give you an option to, I think it's called dysplasia, I believe, and I could be wrong, but basically what it is they're burning the lining of your cervix. And most women take that option because you're only out of work for like a day or two, and then you back at life. They like, oh, that's the easy way. But
well, I want it gone. I want it out.
That's what, and they said the only thing about that is if you do that, chances are it could come back within 5 years.
Right. And
I didn't want to go back through this. But then when I realized that it was not only in my cervix, and people have to understand what a cervix looks like in comparison. If I'm sitting here, I'm probably going to try to find the picture. Like most people don't really understand that the cervix is very, very tiny, small. And then if you push up, you're in the uterus. And the uterus is massive in comparison to the cervix. So I'm not even sure if y'all can see that. But that right there at the very bottom, hold on, you know how some people show pictures and they got other pictures at the bottom. So this right here at the bottom, this little white thing that you hold on one finger right here, this white part, that's your cervix. Everything else, that big T looking stuff, that's your uterus. That right there was where my cyst was, and they had to drain that, get my fallopian tubes. So that was, there you go. That is my fallopian tube. That is it. That is what they removed out of me. So I can't have kids anymore, but that's okay. I got enough of them. I don't want no more children. But people don't, most women go for the easy part, to burn off that cervix. But then it comes back. You got to keep in mind, anytime you, just even biblically, if you lose something, if you kick an addiction with God's help, and you turn around and go back to it, it's going to come back 7 times stronger than it was when you had it the first time. So I didn't want to go through that again with that possibly coming back within 5 years. And they wasn't going to let me have that option once they gave me the leap and saw that the cancer was up in my uterus as well. So they took it all out. So they normally do like 3 incisions, 2 on the side where you see my fallopian tubes were, and 1 down below. But because they found the cyst, I have 4. So I have 1 inside my belly button, 1 under it, and 2 on the side. So, girl, there goes my 2-piece bathing suit this summer down in Miami.
No, you still can.
Girl, but you know what? The beautiful thing about this is, the silver lining in all of this is, I have lost so much weight. Like my stomach, as it used to, like I literally, my clothes are falling off of me. I said, did he give me a tummy tuck too? I mean, not that I'm complaining. Thank you.
Right.
But you know, health wise, like I'm smaller. I'm feeling better about myself. So I urge all women, I don't care how scared you are, get checked. If it says it's abnormal cells, when you go to get your annual pap smear, look into it. Don't sit on it. I sat on it because of the pandemic for 2 years, and it got as bad as it had gotten. So that's my only learn lesson in this. Look, pay attention to your stuff now.
Girl, listen, I treat her like she the queen of England. Cause you ain't never heard about nobody getting no cooch transplant, huh? So you got to
But you know what? Now that they have removed all of that, girl, my drive, my sex, It's through the roof. Like, my husband is like, wait a minute. They said 6 weeks. We not there yet.
Sheree, you better sit your ass down somewhere. Girl,
I'm just
see
saying.
why people get damn Virgos? Y'all just don't listen. You don't listen. The 17 is real time right now. Damn it.
Honey, when I tell you the drive is out of this world, but then they told me that.
I'm get what I did because I'm already terrible.
Girl.
If
I am. It's like he walked by, I'd be like, huh? Like, I mean, it's.
you know it's cousin season. At least you got a husband. What is that? I'm not trying to plug anything until I put it on my heart to let you know. I was talking about I'm a damn good to the fire floor, and I love to converse with you, lady Shimon.
All right, I'm with it. I'm with it. Yasmani, I'm with it. Look, I'm at this point. I'm open to any and all things because while I've been out from work, I've also taken this time to really take care of me. I mean, seeing my therapist again. Like, look, I needed mentally between the wait, how many times they've had to reschedule the surgery, and then the things that my husband and I had going on, it tore my mind to hell. Like, it started to bring back all of the past traumas that I've had in my life. And it really became difficult. So I took this time while I'm out of work to see a therapist. Look, I had to call my therapist up. Look, we meet twice a week. Hey, boo. You know, I mean, virtually. Like, because most people don't understand. They say, okay, well, all comics suffer from some sort of mental illness. I agree. As a comedian, we take on so much and we let it out when we hit the stage in the form of a joke. But that's our therapy.
It is.
That's when we do it right. When we do it right, it is.
Because now you're acting now. Too.
I am acting now. I'm like super stoked. Like, I have a movie out on Amazon Prime. It's called Hit a Lick 2. And if you haven't seen it, Hit a Lick 1. You got to see Hit a Lick 1 first, and then you'll see Hit a Lick 2. But Alphonse from P Valley, he went to Dudley High School in Central. He's in Hit a Lick 1, and I'm in Hit a Lick 2. And so the same director, producer, Ty Banks, who had me in this film, he actually asked me, he's casting me for his next movie. So I have the lead role in this new movie called Yes, and it will be out at the there you go. Look, get it. When I tell you, young guy is on it, he is on it. You hear me? So this film will be coming out at the beginning of the year. So my character it's a romantic comedy. So I'm excited to be in it. Like, we were filming like probably about 3 weeks ago down in Cary, and I was telling girl, bust my butt on set. You know, I was worried about the stitches.
When you wasn't supposed to have your ass up doing stuff anyway.
And you know what? It was supposed to be filming in July. I got pushed back to August, and then I was like, "Whoa, wait a minute! I'm supposed to have surgery in August." So they kind of had to, shoot all the scenes around me, until my surgery. But then when that got pushed back, I was like, "Oh, well, I'm good. We can film." And so when we got the right date to film, it was like, "Oh, wait a minute! Now my surgery's here." So we couldn't keep putting the movie off. For my part. So most of my parts that I filmed a few weeks back, they were sitting parts where I just only had to sit down to film. But then someone got the brainiac idea, well, let's take this part and have you running, through this scene. So I was like, first of all, I can't run. My doctor has not released me to run or even do a slight jog. Okay. They're like, okay, well, we're going to do a brisk walk. How about that? So I was like, all right, I'm okay with a brisk walk, but we kept shooting it, and I kept saying, it's a Mac right here at this door. I'm gonna bust my butt. So after maybe the fifth take of shooting that, boy, I slipped on that mat, and baby, I fell. But I held on to that door because I wasn't finna fall hard, because I knew if I fall hard, all these stitches, they done for. So it has been a road for me, but I'm super excited about this film. Yes, I cannot wait for y'all to see it. Y'all gonna love it. It is so funny to me. The characters that I work with, so many comics, so many actors and actresses are in this. To see these people be funny in real life, not just on stage when I perform with them. I'm like this. I didn't even know you was really that funny in real life. Like you sucked on stage.
If you doing comedy or what? Because look, I done got some comments. I just, Sheree, listen, I wasn't ready. First of all, I just think that everybody who knows you, listen, I done done this and got on that. I'm like, first of all, what you mean you just get over kids? I don't. That's not just somebody just casually drop on you.
I had a little cancer.
What else, Sheree, said you for us to post? I just can't remember right now. Because this is the Virgo stuff. This is the Virgo stuff. My Virgo's mama died, and he didn't tell me for 2 months later.
We secretive
because
like that.
I wasn't talking to him, and he was like, well, you wasn't talking to me. So his brothers was like, well, you should have called her. They was like, you're not going to call her? They was like, we should call her.
We like that. We like that. Like, most people wouldn't know all of the things that I went through if I didn't tell them. Like in this whole interim, I had someone that was my best friend holler at my husband. Like, you are my best friend. You had the code to my house. You are my child's godmother. So I'm still asking the Lord to work on that with me, because when I see her, hands and feet, you hear me now?
Was she a Virgo too?
No, she February, whatever February is.
Aquarius.
Mm.
Or Pisces.
Early part of February. Mm-hmm. I can't remember the exact date. That's another reason why I always say. But yeah, so it was it was a lot that I was having to endure. That's why I tell people, and I did a Facebook Live, and I was basically telling people this is the time frame that everybody needs to stop, because friends are just like food. It has an expiration date. Check the expiration date on your friendship. Sometimes it is already spoiled and gone bad, and you don't even know it.
And you sit up here trying to listen, my husband, who do that?
Honey, when I tell you.
I'm not even going to get into that, because then, Shy to be back on here wanting to fight. Okay, so listen.
Girl, I've been through a lot, but I am so happy that I went through it. When I went through it, it has caused my third eye to literally pop out and stay open even when I'm asleep and my eyes are closed. I'm more funny about who I let in my space, my circle.
So have you actually projected? Have you ever actually projected since you had your illness?
Have I did what? Projected?
Have you actually projected? Have you come outside your body and seen yourself?
Mm-mm. I would love to, because I probably would look at myself and be like, "This you stupid. This you stupid."
It's very interesting. You can't talk about that with everybody else.
And see, I'm open to it. My middle child is a Virgo, 8/24/18. So you're giving me so much game on him, baby. Us Virgos, we love deep, we love hard, but we hold grudges.
And they're very OCD,
very OCD. And but one thing you need to know about Virgos, we hold grudges. If you do something to us and you apologize, we'll tell you, I forgive you. We'll forgive you, but we still holding that grudge. It's hard for us to let.
But how you gonna be mad at me for the shit you did? Because let's talk about a lot of times when us Leos fall out with y'all Virgos, y'all fight the shit.
You a
Y'all
Leo?
fight the shit. And then you get mad when we be like, I'm gonna cut your ass off. Because the Leo will cut you off. We be like, I ain't got time for this shit. Yeah.
And with Virgo, and the thing is, that's the difference between Leos and Virgos. Leos will tell you, I'm gonna cut you off. I ain't got time for it. Guess what Virgos do? We just cut you off. We don't even tell you. We don't keep you. We look, and that's how I am. I look at it like this.
Y'all always come back to us because don't nobody understand y'all like we do.
And that's my husband and I. We used to do this so much. But girl, be out here talking stone cold junk about each other to the public. And then next thing you know, you look up and you see us on Facebook back together, like the LaRusse, LaTruce, or whatever they are.
These two right here, Jesus. I said, Sheree, I seen a TikTok talking about it's just me and my kid. I said, well, what on that?
It was down, girl. And then look, if you go on my page for this past weekend, girl, we had a wedding. We loving each other, girl. That's why I say, if you see a Virgo and a Leo together, leave them alone. They ain't ever leaving each other for good.
I can't even say nothing right now. My friends are hollering. Like, Toronto is better if nobody else are hollering because they know.
It ain't gonna happen. Because a Leo's freak level and a Virgo's supremacy in the bed, when they collide, OMG. Like, it's nothing you can
talk about it. I don't want to talk about it.
But look, you ain't gonna talk about it, but I'm gonna tell you what I'm gonna do when this podcast go off. Baby, you
better what? You better not. You gonna be back over there that damn hospital.
Right? You be back in the hospital. Like, I done busted some internal stitches this go round.
Girl, that's how I got them damn Irish twins, girl. They say them 6 weeks. I'll be like, you said 4 weeks?
Are you sick? Look, then that mean that's what I never knew that was what they called them. My brother and I like that. My mama went back for her 6-week checkup with my brother, and she was pregnant with me. For my brother, and she was pregnant with me. I said, dang, you couldn't wait 6 weeks? But now I'm in that situation, and 6 weeks is a long time.
Especially, I was going to a tourist, so we was always doing. We didn't care if it was mad or happy, sad, whatever.
My sister a Taurus. Them some mean SOBs.
Some of them. But she must be a May Taurus.
No, she April 20th. 14th. Girl, that thing.
My mama was 24. She the sweetest person.
Girl, my sister must got a piece of Gemini must have dropped off in her somewhere.
Yeah, but I wonder what else is in her chart though, because I'm a Leo, but I got a Pisces moon. So I'm a sweetie. You know what I'm saying? Unless you cross me. And then I'm an Aquarius rising, so I get missing on you. I'll be like, okay, all right.
See, I wanna understand all that stuff. When people ask me what day were you born, do you know the time? I know the time I was born, the day I was born, all that. I don't understand.
You your chart, girl.
What we waiting on?
Okay, I'm gonna do your chart. I want you to inbox me your date of birth and what city you were born in, and I'll take it from there. Okay, then. So, y'all, it's almost time for us to go. This went somewhere I did not but I'm gonna tell y'all something very important. So, this was God. Us talking about Sheree, because Tamika So Sassy Allen just did her play. And it was about cervical cancer and brain cancer, which my mom is a survivor. My mom is a brain tumor survivor. I told you I lost somebody very close to me from cervical cancer. Y'all go get checked.
Yes.
One of my best friends, we both Leos, we stubborn. We don't talk to each other right now, but she's a breast cancer survivor. And because she went and got her annual mammogram, they found it. She was the 1% of people to get this kind of cancer that she had.
Ooh.
And I thank God that she found it, because even though we don't talk, I can't imagine the world without her. And we've been friends since elementary school. And I love her. She know I love her and she loves me, but we just so stubborn. We just be like,
You should text her tonight and tell her I was just thinking about you.
she knows. Her mom just passed away a few weeks ago, and I went to the funeral. And her mom was a mom to me at a point in my life as well, throughout my life. But I'm not gonna get into that because I've been drinking. I start crying and carrying on.
Girl, I'll be right with
you. Listen, Sheree.
Yes, my love.
I'm so glad you still here.
I'm so glad I'm here too. I got much more work to do. I got so much work to do on this earth.
Yeah, we're gonna be doing some work together, and I can't wait.
Yes.
Look, you can set it on here. I'm gonna open up to you, damn it. I am now. And we're gonna do us a movie or something. You know, I got some stuff in the work.
You know what? Someone was asking me about the podcast that I was doing, the Tea with Reed, the story that was going on with the young lady that was sleeping with the mega pastor here in Greensboro. And they said you should actually, my manager that just passed away said you should make that into a stage play. And I said, well, of course I got to get the approval of this young lady and get the rights, and she gave me the okay.
I just changed a few things and then nobody can get food. That's all.
But I don't know how to write a play, the first, or none of that.
You got all these friends around you who do.
Carla, Toronto, where y'all at? I got something in my head that need to come out. How about that?
So, listen, I love you. I'm so glad you came on here because I just knew we were going to be on here laughing and carrying on. But now when I get off here, I'm going to cry for about 15 minutes.
Don't cry.
Because, Sheree, don't you ever suffer by yourself. You hear me? Cervical cancer is not just getting the flu or something. It's like, it takes a lot of us out of here. And the reason I had Sheree on the night, like I told her, y'all, is I spoke to a very good a friend of mine who's a licensed therapist, and she's a life coach now. And she's doing a grief event, y'all, on November the 20th, and I'll be posting that shortly. And I'm going to be doing comedy there. She's doing an event for people who are grieving. She lost her husband about 5 years ago in a sudden car accident. And when I say sudden, like, he was here 1 minute and gone the next. And this was the love of her life. This man did all kinds of stuff for her. He took on adventures. A lot of people know him because he was a musician in the Triad. He was a pastor. He did a whole bunch of things. He was a very positive person. And she had to rebuild her life. And so she's having a book launch, and it's called I Decided to Live. But she was saying December and November is the month where Black and brown people kill themselves in suicide is high amongst our race and the brown Caucasians during this time of the year because we've lost people during the holidays. We don't have money to buy Christmas gifts for people who celebrate Christmas. Everything just comes to a head. You're lonely. It's cold. You're in the house. It just all kinds of things. Mental health. People who don't get therapy. People who don't have their chakras aligned. You know, like me. You know, I get up every morning and I tell people I touch the crown of my head. And I call forth my blessings throughout the day. And I say, each day, I call forth financial abundance today. I call forth that I am financially free. I call forth that I am loving life. I call forth joy. I call forth that I get joy. I call forth that I give joy. I speak all these things over myself every day before I even get out my bed and go to the bathroom. And we as a people, we got to start doing this stuff because what's in your head is real. Your perception of things is real. What you believe is what's real. Whether it's real or not, it's real. Your perception of things. So that's why I'm very, I see me rocking my stones all the time. Let me be. I'm not bothering nobody because I'm just trying to have some peace. You hear me? And I just want everybody to have peace and love and happiness and joy. And I would not let another fuck boy ruin my life again ever. That's where I'm at. So when I say I ain't getting no pain right now, don't feel bad for me, baby. I'm good. Because I got some peace. Because sometimes chaos come with that good pain, huh?
Yeah.
Okay. So listen.
Yep. Give me peace in day.
I'm good. My skin is pretty. My teeth is white. I got a roof over my head. I can eat. My loved ones are around me. Cherie, you are still alive and thriving. And I thank God that He took care of you, that you could even give your testimony tonight. And somebody's going to hear this and say, hey, maybe I should go get checked out. Right?
Right.
You can't get no coochie transplant. You only get one coochie and they'll take care of her. She's the best.
Yeah. Huh? That money maker.
That's my friend. That's why I treat her like the queen of. I said England, but Africa's the queen of England. Now,
you got to.
What else will you go get?
That part.
Once you wear out, you can't get another one.
No, you're gonna have to set it down, baby. Find somewhere else for somebody.
Okay, so listen. Go get your Jonas thing. That's the first step. I tell all black women that.
I got one. I ordered mine on Amazon. That thing was like
no, not the ones you do at home. Go to somebody that knows what they're doing.
But you know what? I'm gonna tell you, the one I got at the house, it was on sale. It was more than $120. And the only reason why, I got it, I saw someone on Facebook doing a Yanni Steen. They had a Yanni Steen business. And so many people were going to this person. But I'm like, I know this person personally. And I know of an STD they got that you can't cure. And y'all just out here going to just anybody sitting on their Yanni steamer. You don't know if that person does that. I'm going to buy my own. So I bought my own. When I tell you, that thing is everything. I mean, I sit on that thing. It say don't put it on the number 5. 4, it should be the highest you go. I played around with it, girl. I put that thing on 5. Baby. That thing.
She regulates everything. When you get a young thing, it sets your pH balance right.
Yep.
Make you.
You got to wear penny draws every day. Because, honey, I tried it without penny draws after one. Messed up some sweatpants. I was like, I mean, because I already came equipped. You hear me now? No dehydration at all. But when I did that, baby, it was wet and wild, Emerald Point. You hear me now? I was like, I recommend a Yanni Steen. At least
it's the best thing in the world. And if you're dealing with a man who you want out your system, go get your Yanni Steen. It'll clean all that joker stuff out. Reset,
Yeah.
Anyway. So I love you.
I love you too, sissy.
I just can't believe this how it turned because I had all these questions. But before we leave and before we get off, I just want to ask you one question. I ask everybody, so I got to ask you. When your time wraps up, or before you leave this earth, and people hear Lady Shamar or Cherie, what do you want people to think or to know about you from the horse's mouth? What do you want people to know about you? What's your legacy?
And if I go before you do, sissy, play this clip. So stupid. I'm sorry. Like I was trying to be serious.
Now, you know they don't warn you when you get one that you be feeling high as hell.
Ooh,
That was like, oh yeah, activate your pheromones. So you be out here walking around the world like, ooh.
honey. Yes. Get one.
Yeah.
Recommend it.
Like that, it's the best thing ever.
Ain't it, girl? You have a whole new cooter.
And baby, them men, listen, I had a man who just paid for it for me because he was like, I need you to go get that thing done, but you can get done or whatever them herbs.
Mm-hmm. That part. I'll be in Austin, Texas come Christmas. My son lives in Texas. And so
Austin.
Yeah. So we'll be visiting him for Christmas. So I'll be down that way.
Oh, that's where he's stationed at now, Sheree?
He's stationed in Killeen, Texas.
Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
He at the Army. So
okay. So what's your legacy and we out of here? Tell me.
My legacy. And I want you to play this if I go before you. Play this. When people think of Lady Shamar, I want them to know that was one sister that took her craft seriously. But moreover, she cared about pulling other comics up with her as she rose. I hardly ever step down on people because this is already a dog-eat-dog industry. Okay? So I'm always pulling people up, but I'm funny as hell with what I do. Now, when people think of Cherie, when they speak on Cherie McCain, I want them to say, that woman loved her kids. She would go to hell and back over her kids. She loved her husband more than you could ever know, and her parents. But above all, we could call on her and she'd be right there, no matter what, as a friend. I love us all.
As I listen to my grandbaby laugh in the background.
Oh, yes.
She in there talking to her other grand. Look, she be calling them on FaceTime this time of night. You hearing them laughing. Girl, this baby is it's a blessing. It's a blessing. I thank you. I thank God that you still here, Cherie. I'm glad that God is healing you. Listen, put that Virgo shit down, and when you need help, you ask for help.
I gotta work on it. So
because people can't help you if they don't know you need help.
Yeah. But we so busy helping other people.
That's not listen. What I said, no ma'am. I said people can't help you if they don't know you need help.
Amen.
Okay. I love you. I can't wait what you're doing next.
I will tomorrow. I'm in Winston-Salem. I have a show. First lady of a church in Winston-Salem. It's her birthday. And then this Saturday, I will be at 14 Events Center hosting a comedy show. Eli Entertainment, Honey Bones. So I will be there this Saturday. So tomorrow I'm in Winston. Saturday I am in Greensboro. And then Sunday, I'm back off shooting, back in Raleigh, North Carolina, filming for the movie. And then
tell the people how they can find you. Tell the people how they can find you. So
you can find me on Facebook. I'll give you my real name. Okay, so and that's how you find me. So Cherie, and that is SHARRIE, last name Martin. I told y'all me and my husband were mad at each other. I changed my last name, and then Facebook won't let you change it back for 60 days. Mind your business. So Martin, MARTIN. Follow me now. Send me a friend request now. You ain't got to worry about it when I change it back to McCain. On TikTok, just like you see here, comedian, but under each word is underscore. So comedian underscore lady underscore Shamar. The same thing on Instagram, comedian underscore lady underscore Shamar. On that, follow me. I follow back. But Facebook be on their crap, yo. They done messed up my feed, girl. My posts. I told you, I normally post something stupid. I could say hello, good morning, and it get 200 likes in 30 minutes.
Well, I sent you how to fix that. Remember I inboxed you?
I'm gonna have to go back and look at that. I think I did that. No, I'm gonna go back and look at it. Yeah, because I gotta fix that, honey. Because I can say something super funny, and in 24 hours, I only got 8 likes. Like Facebook is really on their BS to the point where I'm this close from shutting down my Facebook account and staying on TikTok.
And IG. I love IG.
And IG.
And I'm still a Twitter head, so say what you want to say. But
you on Twitter?
Yes, ma'am. I got a whole family over there. What?
Look, listen. I just found black Twitter. They are hilarious. The people are hilarious.
I was on anything. Wow. I was on Twitter for years before I even knew about Facebook.
No, I only use my Twitter to Trump.
Yeah, get on that Twitter. I'm telling you, it'll get you cracking for real.
Then I might have to just go ahead and get it popping with Twitter. I don't know what Elon Musk owning it now. I heard that there's been a 500% increase in the N-word being posted on Twitter since he bought Twitter.
Well, hell, we say it anyway. I don't make no damn deal.
We can say it, but other races can't.
And when they get out of line, we check them. That's it. Yeah.
But Elon Musk let.
Goodbye. Anyway, don't get me started about them people. So there's that. But that's why you need to get on Blast Music 24/7. This is another platform for us. That's why I'm at.
I'm seeing this. You know, I did the I did the other radio station, but I am seeing this like, wow, I'm digging this. I'm really digging, because a lot of people want to be on my husband and I's podcast, Rings and Things. But I don't want everybody to come out here to my house. You hear me now? So
it's amazing.
Look at that. Look at that.
Just stay on behind. I'll make sure I roll that beautiful bean footage. We love you. I'll see y'all next week. And look, next week I have one of your favorite comics, Mr. MC Hughes, is gonna be on.
That's my brother.
That's my brother. So he'll be out here next week. And who knows? We don't never know how this show, because y'all, we didn't know the show was gonna do this tonight, but it did it. So I love y'all, and I hope y'all have a wonderful weekend and a wonderful week until I see y'all next week. All right. Crazy Carla Concoctions out. Empty glass.